Hey, this is Doug from Homes Now, Not Later. I'm down here at Unity Village, a tiny home community managed by us in Bellingham, Washington. Homes Now manages 2 tiny home communities in Bellingham, Washington. This video is being done for the Denton Basic Services Center. They are a nonprofit out of Denton, Texas that found us online a couple of months ago, and they were intrigued by the Homes Now model, and they asked me to do a virtual tour of our villages so that they could present something to their city council as far as the model that they're trying to go for when they set up their village. They believe in the same thing as we do with a resident managed approach, self-sufficiency, and so without further ado, I'll just get into it. So we'll go through Unity Village, and then after that we'll go through Swift Haven. So as we can see, we have the front gate here. When a person first enters the village, we have them sign in and sign out. We have our sign in and sign out sheets. I'm already signed in, so I won't be signing in right now. Typically, we have somebody who sits at the front desk to help when people come in with donations of food or supplies or anything like that. And this is Unity Village. We have our shower truck, which we built ourselves, and we set it up to be like a normal shower on the inside. And I'll show you guys what that looks like. Go down the hallway here, and as you can see, it looks just like a normal shower. Then one disadvantage of this site is that we do not have sewer at Unity Village. So we empty our water into a gray water trailer, which we empty at least every 2 days or so. And we have a pump system of sump pumps that pump the water from under the sink or the laundry area into the tank directly. Then we have our common area where people can eat and socialize. These tiny homes we built ourselves. It was our own design. And they are 8 by 10 on the inside, but with a porch. So I'll show you guys what the inside of one of these units looks like. A new person is going to be moving into this unit soon, so for new residents, we try to get them a basic bedspread, some basic furnishings, so that they can have a nice start when they get in. Our villages are resident managed, meaning the people that live at the village run the village. So at Homes Now, nobody we have no paid staff. Nobody gets paid a dime with Homes Now. We have storage here. We're going to be putting an additional tiny home unit in this space right here. We haven't been able to do that yet, but it will be happening soon. We have one of these shipping containers for storage. Or we have 2 of them actually. Hand washing stations, garbages, and then we'll walk through here. We have lights up above because it gets dark at night, so it kind of provides a festive atmosphere at night to have almost like Christmas lights. Yeah, so Unity Village has been here for around 2 years. It is on city-owned land, so we are on land that is right next to the sewer treatment plant, the Post Point wastewater facility, which is over here. Homes Now also does not take government money, so we're on government land, but we don't take government money. We do ride the wave a little bit in that when the city has donated building supplies or anything like that, we use those supplies and build. Let's see. We got this area here. We got these two tents. These two tents are called Garage in a Box, I guess, and they're on Amazon. They're about $500 on Amazon. But we take them and we put them on top of wood. Like, we take pallets and put plywood over it, and then we bolt them down to that. And this room looks pretty cluttered because this is our donations room. So so many people come to the front gate and donate. They're so generous here that we end up with a lot of donations. And so any extra donations we have goes to outreach or other people that need it on the streets if we don't need it. And then we have shared areas over here for cooking, like the grills, and we have a kitchen area that is the same thing as one of these tents. We have multiple fridges. Hey, what's up, guys? And yeah, that's about it. It's pretty simple. And we're proud of what we've built here, and we hope that the city of Denton will allow the Denton Basic Service Center to use our model, expand on it, and help more people get off the streets. So after this, we're going to be going over to Swift Haven, and that's our second tiny home village, and we will show that too. So stand by. We are now on the way to Swift Haven, our second tiny home community. Now, Swift Haven started a little different than Unity Village. Unity Village was set up on city land. We worked with the city. We started as a tent encampment and then upgraded to tiny homes as we went along. At Unity Village, the site we were just at, we pay all of our own utilities for the site. That includes water, electric, garbage, and the porta potties. The total for that is it ends up being about $1,500 a month for the entire site. So residents voluntarily chip in a little bit each month to cover the costs so that the village can be as self-sufficient as possible. We also make sure that each village has its own vehicle, so the villagers who have valid driver's license can perform tasks for the village, get supplies, groceries, things like that. We also make sure that each village has its own bank account, and the villagers are responsible for managing the finances of the village to again keep it self-sufficient, running smoothly, not relying as much on just charity in order to have a successful site. But back to Swift Haven. We're on our way there right now. And Swift Haven was set up a little bit differently. There was a camp on City Hall. There ended up being a lot of people camping out there. It was called Camp 210. And so there was a push at the time for the city to do something quick. And since we had a track record of a successful tiny home community in Bellingham, which was Unity Village, the village we just saw, we were asked to come in quick and house 25 people and get them off the streets from the camp. And the structures you just saw at Unity Village are our own custom design. These structures that you'll see at Swift Haven were made by a company called 360 Modular out of Ferndale. So they were able to make them pretty quick, and they are a little smaller. They are 8x8 on the inside, which I think is a little too small, but it's better than a tent, and it's still got all the basics like heat, electricity, insulation. It is a different group of people at Swift. As for HomesNOW as a model, we've been around since 2017, and we started out, mostly just doing activism or advocating We were eventually given our own site to start as a tent encampment in this parking lot of City Hall that was called Winter Haven. And then we upgraded from there with Safe Haven, which eventually became Unity Village. Now we're operating 2 villages. We operate the only 2 tiny home communities in Bellingham at this time. Both villages run pretty smoothly. We don't have paid staff. We are all volunteer, although I will say most of the work is done by residents themselves, and when they have an ability to change policy and to help make their home a better place, they generally step up and they want to. Also, another part of the HomesNOW model is that our villages are democratically run, meaning that when there's major decisions to be made, the village makes those decisions together. We do have on-site management. That they're also residents as well, but it's more like leading by example and as a point of contact for emergencies or the city or whatever. We try as much as possible to not have a situation where a few people are in charge of the entire group. It keeps things more fair that way, more equal. And also, when somebody comes into the village, the villagers do decide whether they are part of the village or not, if somebody's trying to live at the village. We'll do an interview with them, and then we invite them for a community meal down at the village to see if they would be a good fit or not. Currently, we have around a 40% rehousing rate. That means 40% that come through find housing eventually. And this is in Bellingham, which is... finding affordable housing in Bellingham is pretty tough. Yeah, I would say that the majority of the residents that end up staying longer are usually on disability. Like that $700 a month or something goes a lot further in a tiny home community than it does if you are living in a low-income apartment. And here we are at Swift Haven. So we're gonna pull in, and yeah, this is Swift Haven. So I'm gonna pull my car over here, and then we're gonna get out and walk around, and you guys can see this village too. So you can see we have the same sign, ending homelessness 1 person at a time. So the difference too about these structures is they were done by a company called 360 Modular, but they were purchased by the county. So while we don't pay Whatcom County, so while we don't take government money, we did take these structures. I think they still technically belong to the city, but the city has kind of just allowed us to do what we want with them as we see fit. This is our front office here. It's actually, instead of a welcome tent like at Unity, it's actually a shipping container office. And then this is where people can sign in and sign out. And see, stop, sign in, sign out. We did, at Swift Haven, we did allow a little bit of more customization of the paint jobs. So you'll see they are a little bit more quirky. Because residents themselves were allowed to paint them how they wanted, and if a new resident comes in, they can paint them different as well. And yeah, it's just, so this is in the parking lot of a baseball field. So as you can see, this is the field down here, and normally this is what the parking lot is used for. There's 4 baseball fields, and this is one of the parking lots of 4 baseball fields. So yeah, and then let's go down here, but you can see there are some differences with this site as well. Oh yeah, let's look at my paint job though. The Space House, which I made like a space battleship on that or something. And yeah, you can see we got we got a silver door here with a nice alien. And then, hey. Okay. And let's see here. So then here at Swift, we have if we go down to this end of the site, we can go to the kitchen and laundry area. I can say that one thing that is preferable about this site is that at Unity Village, for example, we have that gray water trailer and we have a pump system. Here, we don't actually have to have a pump system. We actually have a direct sewer line, so this goes like straight from the sink or the laundry or whatever, and then goes into the ground right here. So that means that water we don't have to store water in a gray water trailer or pump the water. This is our kitchen at Swift Haven. You can see it's actually the same design of tent. And yep, we got our kitchen just like at Unity Village. And here, and then in here we have our laundry area. There's a bag on there, but we have our laundry area, and we have a full-size washer and dryer here. Again, it's a lot easier because it can drain right into the sewer. And then we have our bathroom here. Or it's no toilet, but it's shower and sink and all that. And most of our electric is kind of tight on the site, so a lot of our water heaters, for example, and our dryer are propane based, so you can see our propane tanks here. And yeah, so this is our second village, different people, same model, and I just hope that the city of Denton will take this model seriously and allow Denton Basic Service Center to do their own version. So take it easy. Good luck.